You've probably picked up by now that I love doing this tour. I just love it. And every time we go to the Alps, oh God, I can't believe that phrase just slips off my tongue so easily. But every time we ride in the Alps, I think I'm used to how beautiful it is, and then I get there and it just blows me away every time. Just the sheer beauty of it. It's almost awe-inspiring how beautiful it is. Hey adventurer, I'm Bridget Hallam from Throw Your Leg Over, and today we are talking about what a typical day on our European Alps tour looks like. And by the end of this episode, you'll have a better sense of whether that sounds like something you'd love to do, or any tour is something that you would love to do, or it might help you decide that maybe it's not your cup of tea. And full disclosure here, I have never been on a tour as a participant, ever. So I can't compare it to other tours from a first-hand experience. I can only run you through what it looks like and what it feels like from our perspective as tour leaders. And when I say our, of course, I'm talking about Alan, my partner. So Alan and I have led 2 tours through the incredible European Alps, and we're leading another tour this July 2026. And it's super important to us that this is an amazing tour, because most of our riders come from Australia or Canada or the US, and that's a long way to fly for a tour. So we are very mindful and emphatic that we want our European Alps tours to just be the best, the adventure of a lifetime for our riders. And part of that is that they are luxe tours. There is no camping, there is no budget style of touring here. It's not like when Alan and I are riding around by ourselves, just him and I, with the tent on the back of Beauty, our bike. It's not like that at all. But if you do want to know what that's like, have a listen to episode 7, where I share a typical day on our European adventures when it's just Alan and I. At the moment, we only do one tour, and that's the European Alps. And there's a reason we chose the European Alps as our one and only tour, and that's because it's freaking awesome. The scenery, the roads, oh my gosh, it's just incredible. I've lost count of how many roads we've ridden in the Alps since our first adventure way back in 2019, but it's a lot. And what that meant was that we could cherry pick the very best roads, the very best mountain passes that we wanted to include in the tour. And Alan has put together a bespoke route, a unique route that you cannot get on any other tour anywhere with any other company. It's 2 weeks, 14 nights, 15 days, which is longer than most tours that are available in the Alps. And as I said, we really wanted to make sure that we give our riders just the best experience. So let's have a look at what a typical day looks like on the tour. And I'm going to pick a riding day. We do have 3 rest days, but let's have a dive into a typical riding day. A typical day has 3 parts. There's the morning, when we're at the hotel, there's the riding, the whole day, and then the evening when we're at the next hotel. So a typical day starts with breakfast at our hotel, usually about 7 o'clock. And we all wander down to get breakfast. It's usually a buffet breakfast, and all the breakfasts are included in the tour fee. And this is us fueling ourselves up for a big day of amazing riding. And then we'll meet at the bikes, which are usually kept in the hotel garage, and that's where we do our briefing for the day. And we'll cover off on things like where we'll be riding, whether we'll be crossing into another country, the mountain passes we'll be riding, where we might stop for lunch. Make sure we've got our wet weather gear if it looks like there's a bit of rain coming, or alternatively, if it looks like it's going to be a hot day, make sure we've got lots of cold water in our water bottles. Anything else that's important for the day. And then we ride. Now, each bike has got a navigation device on it with all the routes preloaded. And so what that means is our riders never have to worry about getting lost. If they find that they've become separated from the other riders or us, they just follow the little purple line on the nav device and they will find our way back to us. Easy peasy. We have 2 tour leaders with us from Adriatic Moto Tours. One of them rides at the front of the group, literally leading the tour. And Alan and I always ride Tail and Charlie at the back. And the reason that we do that is we want our riders to feel comfortable. They've got someone leading up the front, they've got us at the back. If something happens, if they need to stop, whatever reason, then they know that they're not going to be on their own. We'll be right there with them to help them if they need help. Now, Adriatic Moto Tour's other tour leader drives the support van, which carries the spare bike. So we hit the road after breakfast at about 8 o'clock, and we are luggage free. All the luggage goes in the support van. So all we need to worry about carrying is our water bottles, an extra layer or 2, and our rain gear. Now, depending on the day, we might ride within one country. For example, we might ride within France, or we might pass through 2 or even 3 countries. And shout out to Liechtenstein there. We do zip through Liechtenstein with a bit of a wave, and then we keep going. Blink and you'll miss it. On any given day, we ride up and over 2 or 3 or more mountain passes. So we go up over the mountain and then down back into the valley and then up the next mountain and then down into the valley. And yeah, that's our day. It's fabulous. And the highest pass we do is Isserin in France, Col de l'Isserin in the French Alps. Its elevation is 2,770 meters. And I do believe it's the highest paved road in France. And of course, every time we get to the top of a mountain, we will stop. If there's room, we will stop to just soak up the incredible views, take a million photos. During the day, we will stop for coffee in the morning, stretch our legs. We will stop for lunch. Somewhere we'll find a nice casual restaurant, some local cuisine. Lunches are not included in the tour fee. You just order whatever you want and pay for it. And then in the afternoon, we stop for a coffee again. So we do stop quite a bit, very quickly. We'll stop for like 10, 15 minutes, long enough to get an espresso. We ride a whole range of mountain passes. Of course, the most famous one, Stelvio Pass in Italy. You have probably seen that on Instagram, where people are trying to navigate one of the turns. It has very, very tight hairpin turns, or tornanti, as the Italians call them. We do Stelvio. We do other ones that are less famous, for want of a better word, but incredible, like Grossglockner in Austria. That is my personal favourite road to ride of every single country that we have been to. It is just glorious, magnificent. I don't have enough adjectives for it. It's amazing. Some other ones that you may have heard of, Grimsel Pass, Susten Pass, Furka Pass in Switzerland, all the incredible ones there. In France, we do Col de Lisseron, the one I mentioned, that is the highest pass that we do. We do Galibier. If you've ever watched the Tour de France on television, some of those mountain passes are in the tour. The main one, I think they do this one every year. Okay, don't quote me on that. But Col de Galibier is a magnificent mountain pass. One of my favorites that we do is Col de Niello, which is the border between France and Italy. It's just a pretty gorgeous mountain pass. Fabulous. And one of the things that we do in our tour, which most other, I'm going to go out on a limb and say all other tours in Europe of the European Alps don't do, is Slovenia. We love Slovenia. It is a gorgeous country. And we duck into the western part of Slovenia on our tour, and there's magnificent mountains there that we ride. And we stay in a little village, which has a lot of history to it. It has this ancient pub, I guess you could call it, where the ceilings are really low, and we go there for dinner, and it's always packed and full of local people, and it has a magnificent chef that runs it. At the end of the riding day, it's usually getting to around 5 o'clock in the afternoon. We will pull into our next hotel. We will be tired. We will be happy. The hotels where we stay at are in all different places. Some of them are in small villages. Some are in larger towns. We do stay on Lake Como. And we do have one hotel that we stay at, which is on top of a mountain with hardly anything else around, which is rather amazing. So once we pull up at our hotel, park the bikes, we'll all head off to our hotel rooms, have a shower, get changed, feel nice and fresh again, and then meet at the bar or the hotel lobby at a certain time, usually, I don't know, about 6:30. And then we will usually walk to a local restaurant for dinner and enjoy some local cuisine. Most dinners are actually included in the fee, which I believe is not usual for most tours, but we do include most dinners. We include 11 dinners in the fee for all of the days except the 3 rest days. Because on the rest days, people like to go and explore and do their own things. So they'll probably find a cute little restaurant somewhere and just have dinner there. Then after we have eaten, we will wander back to the hotel with full bellies and collapse into bed to get a good night's sleep for the next day. So this is just a bit of a glimpse into what we offer on our tour. You've probably picked up by now that I love doing this tour. I just love it. And every time we go to the Alps, oh God, I can't believe that phrase just slips off my tongue so easily. But every time we ride in the Alps, I think I'm used to how beautiful it is, and then I get there and it just blows me away every time. Just the sheer beauty of it. It's almost awe-inspiring how beautiful it is. Now, I don't know if that sounds amazing to you, if our tour or tours in general sound amazing to you. I find it really interesting that some people love tours and some people are not so keen on tours. It's just a matter of what you prefer. Now, if you're interested in a tour with us, of course, we would love to have you come with us. On our website, we've got a tour page. You can jump on there and have a look. Our website is simply throwyourlegover.com.au. Jump on our tour page there and have a look. At the moment, we only have a tour in the European Alps, but that might change in the future. So just keep an eye out. And really, the easiest way to get the heads up of any upcoming tours that we have is to subscribe to our newsletter. And you can do that on our website too. So I hope that's helped you get a bit clearer if going on an organised tour is something that interests you, that excites you, or alternatively, if that is really not your cup of tea at all. And both are good. And I will see you next week.